Coming to Middlebury, we talk often that Middlebury historically has been a place that people drive through, not to, and you guys changed that this morning. And we've been in 7 years of trying to change that. So welcome to Middlebury. We're grateful that you guys are here. We'll talk a little bit more about the house and all of that a little bit later, but just wanted to say welcome. And we have Mayor Horgan here this morning to kick us off with a few remarks and their commitment to this community.
Thank you and good morning. I have prepared remarks, but I think the houses speak for themselves. You can't say enough about the commitment of the Well and Knight Foundation in the city of Akron to diverse neighborhoods, to stable neighborhoods and thriving neighborhoods. And it's always been a mantra of mine that, when we establish a really good CDC, it's up to the city to kind of get out of the way a little bit and let them do their work. I can't overstate enough how important this is and the work that you guys have all done right here. Today, I'm excited to announce that the city of Akron is committing up to $4 million, and I want to repeat that, $4 million to help support this vital work. Let me thank our partners again, the Well CDC, Zach and his team, the Knight Foundation, as well as all of our community partners. We know that housing, and I know that I specifically have been concentrating on housing these last 8 years, is a true foundation for every other aspect of our community, and it's the biggest social determinant of health, and improving our housing is improving people's lives. So congratulations again. Extremely proud of you and this city for coming together on this great partnership. Thank you.
So next, I wanted to invite up someone who's been really supportive of the Well kind of from the beginning, Kyle Kudachief, but also represents the Knight Foundation. So both Kyle and the Knight Foundation have been huge partners and advocates of this work. So I think the comment of the Knight Foundation is huge, but I think Kyle personally has been a huge supporter of mine and a huge supporter of us. So I don't want that to get lost in the announcement that he's about to make as well. So Kyle, thank you, and we'll invite you.
Good morning, everybody. I'm going to use this fine microphone since they brought it here. I don't want to. Can you hear me okay?
Yes.
All right, great. Well, it's a privilege to be with all of you today. Over the past year, Mayor Horgan and I have been fortunate to share a podium a few times. Last fall, we broke ground down at Summit Lake for a new park on the North Shore. And in April, we celebrated the transformation of Akron Central Park, Block 3. These catalytic projects have been made possible by the city's commitment of American Rescue Plan Act funds being matched by support from Knight Foundation. Mayor, thank you so much for your continued partnership. We're gathered today in one of Akron's great neighborhoods, Middlebury, to do it again. I am pleased to announce that the Knight Foundation has committed an additional $4 million of support to the Well Community Development Corporation for the Restoring Housing Initiative to match the City of Akron's support. Now let me briefly tell you why we did that. One of the best things about Akron is that each of its neighborhoods has its own character, its own set of challenges, and its own team of leaders waking up every day thinking about the future of the piece of the city that they call home. Middlebury has many things going for it, and I'd like to share a few. The first is it is surrounded by anchor employers. You've got Summa Hospital, Goodyear's World Headquarters, the University of Akron, and more. And second, though this neighborhood of about 2,400 homes has suffered from the challenges brought on by disinvestment, this is a place that is still standing, defiant. As you walk around this neighborhood today, you won't see a checkerboard of vacant parcels. Many of the homes are beautiful, and some need a little bit of love to be occupied. Which brings me to the third and maybe most important thing that Middlebury has going for it, and that's the Well Community Development Corporation, which is both a place, a church converted to community hub and delicious coffee shop a few blocks from here, and the Community Development Corporation itself, which is a remarkable team of people led by one of Akron's finest, Zach Cole. The acquisition, rehabilitation, and housing is part of the mission of many talented organizations across our region. What makes the Well unique this isn't just about nicer homes for residents. Restoring housing is part of a bigger plan to rebuild a neighborhood where people feel connected to place and each other. With over 80 homes in their portfolio and more being completed each month, the rental income is powering programs like Akron Food Works, Akron Hope, the Community Tool Library, placemaking efforts, and I could go on and on. With today's support from the City of Akron and Knight Foundation, it is reasonable to expect that the Wells portfolio will grow to over 150 homes or more. And when they reach that milestone, let's all get together again to celebrate. I just want to thank and congratulate the board, the staff, and the team at the Well Community Development Corporation. What a great day for Middlebury and the City of Akron. Thank you very much.
Next, we just wanted to give you a little more of a feel for the neighborhood and the tangible support that the Well gets to provide and be a part of building a thriving community. So we asked Makita, who is a resident of the neighborhood, but more recently, the Well's business manager. So we're excited to have Makita share a little bit of her story with us this morning.
Good morning, everyone. My name is Makita Gully, and I am a tenant of this street, Eber. So just really quick, almost 2 years ago when I moved to Middlebury, I didn't know much about the Well besides that they offered affordable housing. I didn't know this area was called Middlebury, to be really honest. And as a single mother of 4, affordable housing was basically my only and focus. That was my goal. But what I didn't know was that an involved community came along with this affordable housing. I had initially planned for my family to keep to ourselves, with no more than hello, goodbye to neighbors. Last year when Mrs. Joyce asked me to join the Middlebury Block Challenge, I said, sure, why not? What I got to lose, I'm here. From that sure, why not, I have developed friendships, connections that I may have never encountered. My neighbors have supported me and my family through some tough times in these past 2 years, and for that I am grateful. The Well has supported me during those times as well. Miss Joyce has listened to me cry on the phone. And for all of that, I am truly grateful. When the Well says this mission is to invest in people through the built environment, I am a direct example of the organization following through on that mission. I am now not only a tenant, but I am also part of the team. My children and I have an additional support system that I am beyond grateful for. The housing program provides more than just housing. It provides a community that I am more than proud to be a part of. Thank you.
Those that know me know I'm not going to get through much after that, so we'll see if I can get through it. Thanks, Makita. A couple other people, just thanks, Mayor Horgan. Thanks, Kyle. Thank you guys. After this, we have 3 houses open and available to walk through, and I would be remiss if I didn't mention Ruben and Joe, put all the love and care into these houses. So I get to stand up here, but I'm not the one swinging hammers every day. I'm not the one actually making it look pretty. I just got to make sure the bank account has money in it so that we can keep doing it. So I am grateful for the work of Ruben and Joe, who are humbly standing in the back, not willing to come to the front. And then the entire Well team. People like Kelly McHood, who have been here from the beginning, James Talbert, who's a co-founder, current board member, and then the entire staff team that's here. Just grateful that you guys do what you do. We get a staff team of 29 that gets to figure out what it means and what it looks like to wrap our arms and think holistically about the Middlebury community, so thank you guys. Also, PNC and Western Reserve Community Fund are a big piece of this investment as well. And so as we think about the Knight Foundation and the city's investment, there is also bank financing that goes into this. And Community Reinvestment Act and encouraging investment and bank financing in each and every one of these houses. So we're grateful for our bank partners in Huntington, PNC, and Western Reserve Community Fund as well. So my wife and I moved into the neighborhood 11 years ago and had no intention really of starting a community development corporation or starting a nonprofit. We had about 10 years of programming, basketball programming, connecting with kids and families in the community. But after so many community meetings and so many block watches where we heard the same thing over and over again, we couldn't just sit and listen to the stories one more time. So in 2016, we started the Well Community Development Corporation because we saw the lack of stability, right? We were firsthand experiencing the lack of connection in the community with things like the eviction cycle that gives families 3 to 6 months in housing before they then move on to the next place. Things like 75% of the 2,662 homes in the Middlebury community, 75% of which are owned by absentee and out-of-state landlords. What would it look like for us to bring stability back to the community by investing in the community that really creates the opportunity for choice for families in our neighborhood, where they're not forced to do what somebody else wants them to do, but there's actually an opportunity to choose what makes sense for them and their future aspirations. So we started the Well in 2016 to restore housing, create economy, and support place. Our friend Majora Carter, who spoke at Akron Roundtable a few years ago and leads an organization based out of New York, she wrote a book called Reclaiming Your Neighborhood. And the tag of the book is you shouldn't have to leave your neighborhood to live in a better one. And so the work of the Well and what we get an opportunity to do every day is really create a context where our neighbors, our 6,200 neighbors, don't have to leave their neighborhood to live in a better one. And that's everything from housing to creating economy to supporting place and creating a community where people feel like they're a part of something bigger than themselves. So we are grateful for this opportunity. We're grateful that we have an organization that can be entrusted with this kind of resources to really invest it back into the community. We're grateful that 7 years into this work, that our neighborhood, our community, and the city of Akron as a whole has really gotten behind this and said we need more place-based investment so that we have great places for our residents to live. So grateful for you guys, grateful for everyone here, grateful for our investors. One people I didn't thank is our board. We do have a couple board members here, Dave Griffing, and who else am I know? And James is a current board member, James Talbert. So thank you guys for your investment. We have a phenomenal board of 14, and we're grateful for the work and the time that they commit to our organization every day. So we would encourage you. It's nice to see the outside of the houses and the front porch that looks new and pretty, but we do have before and after pictures inside the house. We would encourage you to walk through this house, check out the state that we purchased it in, and then what we're going to turn it into to see a quality, stable house for a family for years to come. So 83 Eber, 79 Eber, and then 55 Eber, just 4 houses down, are all in various stages of completion. So we would encourage you to stick around, check those out, and drink some coffee. So thank you guys for being here.
And
Yeah.
I need to run back
Always,
up there and
always.
extend the press conference.
What is your wife's name?
My wife's name is Beth.
As you talk about community building and that, there's one very key person, and I'll take the blame for that we did not thank, and that is Sharon Connor, Ward 10 Council Representative, who does an amazing job for years about building community. She's very, very good at kicking us all of us in the rear end to do a better job. So thank you, Sharon, for all the support. And I don't mean to extend the press conference, but thank you. I'll let Zach wrap it up. Thanks.
Yep, I did this. I looked at you 12 times. I mean, I'm going to acknowledge you, and then I didn't. So thank you, Mayor. All right, with that, we'll wrap up. So, but I would encourage you to stick around and check out the houses. So, thank you guys for coming this morning.